सरकार का काम हो गया है कि लोग की जान लेती रहे और मुआवजा पे मुआवजा देती रहे।
ट्रैफिक की लापरवाही है, अगर रोड साफ होता तो गिरते गिरते कुछ लोग भाग जाते।
15 innocent lives lost. Over a dozen people left injured. An under construction flyover collapsed, trapping unsuspecting victims.
There was absolutely no barricade that was there. As you can see, there is a road and that is leading towards the cantonment area, and here is where the construction is taking place without any barricading there, and that is one of the key concerns that has been raised even by the commissioner a day prior to this incident took place.
Pedestrians, cars, autos and even a bus ferrying passengers were trapped under the debris. Citizens crushed by negligence.
देखिए, अभी तो 19 लोगों को निकाला गया कि इसमें से अब ये कहना इस समय सही नहीं होगा कि कितने अब जिंदा निकाले हैं कि कितने जीवित नहीं रख पाए हैं। अभी 6 गाड़ियां निकाली हैं, 5 गाड़ियां निकाले हैं।
Chief Minister Adityanath visited the injured in the hospital and offered customary lip service and a compensation of 5 lakh rupees.
राज्य सरकार की तरफ से मृतक परिजनों को 5 लाख रुपए की सहायता और जो घायल जो वहां पर गंभीर रूप से घायल हुए हैं उनको 2 लाख रुपए की सहायता के लिए हमने आदेश किया है।
Not a single word from the Firebrand Chief Minister about any possible negligence that killed these lives. Meanwhile, 4 officials of the UP State Bridge Corporation have been suspended and a probe ordered.
HC चीफ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर CPM और KR सूदन जो PM प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर होते हैं, राजेंद्र सिंह सहायक अभियंता, लालचंद्र अवर अभियंता, इन चारों को तत्काल प्रभाव से निलंबित किया जाता है।
The under construction bridge was a ticking time bomb. Multiple warnings from the government officials had gone unheard.
This was a disaster that was waiting to happen. In fact, a day before the disaster, the UP commissioner had in fact red flagged this particular project, asking for a report on the safety arrangements in and around this place within the next 2 days.
Mirror now asks, why was a flyover being built on a road without proper barriers? Why were multiple warnings and complaints ignored? Is there no value for life in our country? Let's debate.
Well, there's a lot going on in Karnataka, but we must also focus on what's happening in Varanasi. When a bridge that's under construction collapses on top of vehicles and buses and human beings are dragged out, and you heard the policeman say that we dragged out 19 people so far. We cannot confirm to you whether those people are alive or dead. It's obviously in an attempt to keep the death toll as low as possible for as long as possible. We know that 15 people have died for sure. The rest are serious and in hospital right now, and rescue operations continued well into the night. Several glaring problems emerged from this particular story. First of all, the fact that the commissioner had written to the department of the state that was constructing that bridge, saying that this bridge runs a risk of collapse. 2 letters had gone from the commissioner to this department, and both letters were ignored. The fact that while there was construction on, this bridge was not cordoned off and traffic was being allowed to move under it in a very congested area of Varanasi. And among the suspended officers, one of them spoke to the press and has allegedly confirmed that he was under tremendous pressure to finish the project in time, which is why he was cutting corners. Who's going to take responsibility for the lives that is lost? Has it become a habit for the government to offer, any government to offer compensation for lives lost, like that 5 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees can bring back a loved one? Our correspondent Apurva is in Varanasi. She spent the entire day there, and she brings us a report right now. Apurva, what have you gathered so far? Was this negligence, was it corruption, or was it simply an accident?
Well, at this point, prima facie, when we came here, the first thing that we saw, it was clear negligence that we saw. When an under construction bridge that is right now here, this is the bridge that we're looking at. When this is being constructed, how was it that there was absolutely no barricade that is there? More importantly, and in a very concerning manner, how was it that traffic was allowed to function or allowed to ply on this particular route that is going towards the station as well, in such close quarters to where the construction is taking place? So these are the two main things, and it is not just the commissioner that has red flagged it. Even the local residents who've been living here have been asking it day in and day out. Why is it that there is not a simple traffic diversion that is being taken up? That is a standard rule that is followed everywhere. Why is it that a traffic diversion is not taken up? Secondly, if a construction of this magnitude is being taken up, why is it that there are no proper barricades or boulders that are aligned in a manner that even if tomorrow one of these boulders fall, it will be falling on those peripheral boundaries and will not even come an inch closer to where the vehicles are plying? How was it allowed that the vehicles were allowed to ply on this road and in such peak traffic hours? These were the concerns that were raised, and this is what we saw when we came here as well. This entire road right now has been cordoned off after the incident that took place, not before, but today when after this entire incident has taken place, both the sides of this have now been cordoned off. No vehicle is being allowed to enter this route. So clearly there are various levels of negligence that can be witnessed from at front. But apart from that, the reports are going to be very crucial to ascertain what are the other important negligence that we're looking at. Was the construction faulty? And as the MD of the UP Building Corporation Limited, Rajan Mittal, also stated in one of his reaction that thunderstorm perhaps could have loosened or broken the ball bearings that are there and that holds these boulders together. That perhaps could have been the reason. Is he hinting at a faulting construction? So these important points could be ascertained once the reports are out. There are multiple reports that have been sought. First and foremost, the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, who came and visited the spot yesterday night, has constituted a 3-member committee, which the report of which is being expected in the next 48 to 72 hours. The district magistrate, looking at the gravity of the situation, has also ordered a magisterial inquiry into this matter and has asked for a time-bound inquiry and a report within the next 3 days. Apart from that, the local police, the Uttar Pradesh Police crime branch, probing this matter with the help of the forensic team, which came on spot, took samples with the help of drone photography as well, took all the samples that they needed. Their report is also going to be important to ascertain what really happened, what caused this entire slab to collapse. So these are some very important findings that will be looked at. But prima facie, looks like a case of negligence, and that is the reason an FIR has been filed against the Uttar Pradesh Building Corporation Limited under section 304, which is culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and various other sections including 308 as well. Back to you.
Well, Apurva, tell me this. There are reports that have also told us that on the 19th of February this year, the police had filed an FIR against the project manager and the construction company alleging negligence in the construction of this very overbridge. Is that true? And had the police not moved on this investigation enough to this tragedy? Was this tragedy avoidable?
Well, if we speak to the locals here, in fact, I'm also being joined by one such eyewitness here. But to answer your question, there was an FIR that was filed against the Uttar Pradesh Building Corporation Limited on the 19th February. SP traffic, and looking at the kind of situation that is prevailing, it felt like it was a ticking time bomb, and this incident was waiting to happen. That is the reason the FIR very clearly points out as how there is an absence of security measurements or the security apparatus that is really required for construction of any such flyovers, especially in an area which has high traffic zone. This particular area where we are standing has a lot of traffic, and especially 5:30 onwards or 4 onwards in the evening, it is peak traffic hours, as there is a railway station which is just 500 meters down this road. So clearly there is a lot of traffic, and that is one of the reasons why the casualty figures were also high yesterday when we saw. The FIR that was filed initially on the 19th of February, there is no result of there is a status report that is being found at this point. Also a clear indication of the lackadaisical attitude in going ahead and pursuing this entire issue at this point. So there are various questions being raised even at the police at this point in going ahead and investigating, especially when there was an FIR that was filed against this said corporation on 19th of February by the SP Traffic.
Right, Apurva, you said you have an eyewitness with you. Would you be able to bring him into the conversation? Because I want to ask what actually happened, and are the people of Varanasi forgiving and understanding of the mistakes that have been made that costed them their lives?
Faye, I'm right now joined by Vishwas Chaturvedi. In fact, his house is exactly opposite to where this incident took place. It's just 10 meters away, and he was one of the first few people heard that sound, and he said that it felt like a thunderous earthquake, and he was the first few people to have come to the spot. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. पहले बताइए हुआ क्या था आपको जब ये दो स्लैब गिरे थे, कैसे आपको पता चला यहाँ पे कुछ एक्सीडेंट?
एग्जैक्टली 5:30 के अराउंड 5:15 के अराउंड में ऑफिस से आया था वापस यहाँ. 5:30 के अराउंड हम बैठे थे, अचानक से बहुत भारी आवाज़ हुई, बहुत भारी आवाज़. हम जैसे हमें लगा कि अर्थक्वेक आ गया, पूरा हमारे खुद के बेस पूरे स्लिप जैसे थंडर टाइप का आ गया. हम जैसे बाहर निकलते हम देखते हैं पूरे दो स्लैब्स, पहले बीच वाला स्लैब गिरा, बीच वाले स्लैब के साथ ही साइड वाला स्लैब वो पड़ के रोड पे आ गया, जिसकी वजह से ज़्यादा नुकसान. हम आए तो देखे 3-4 गाड़ियाँ थी, एक मिनी बस जो रोडवेज की थी, 2 ऑटोज और 2-3 मोटरसाइकिल वाले पूरी तरह से दबे हुए हैं इसमें. और अराउंड 2 to 3 मिनट्स में 150-200 पब्लिक आ गई, जितने लोग को रेस्क्यू कर पा रहे थे, क्योंकि इतना अराउंड 200 टन्स का स्लैब है और कितना भी बहुत हैवी स्लैब है तो कोई इंडिविजुअली इसको उठा नहीं सकता, अपलिफ्ट नहीं कर सकता. उसके बावजूद जो रेस्क्यू टीम है वो आते आते 6:30 से 7 बज गए. एनडीआरएफ के सारे इक्विपमेंट्स लेके आते आते, आर्मी को आते आते, क्योंकि इतना छोटा सकरा रास्ता है, क्योंकि आते आते यहाँ पे 7 बज गए.
आपने जिस तरीके से बताया कि आप जब ऑफिस से आ रहे थे, किस तरीके का ट्रैफिक था? आपने बताया बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैफिक रहता है, खासकर पीक आवर्स में. कितना ट्रैफिक?
अराउंड 6 to 6:30 के टाइम पे बहुत सारी रेलवे स्टेशन से बहुत सारी ट्रेनें आती हैं, तो उस टाइम एकदम पीक टाइम होता है. हर जगह के लोग बहुत दूर दूर से, जहाँ मिर्ज़ापुर हुआ, आसपास के जितने भी स्टेशन, अलग अलग डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के लोग वाराणसी से ट्रेन पकड़ने आते हैं मेन स्टेशन से. उसकी वजह से बहुत हैवी ट्रैफिक. वैसे भी आपको सुबह 7 बजे से यहाँ पे हैवी जैम दिखेगा, हैवी ट्रैफिक.
आपने जिस तरीके से बताया यहाँ जाम तो दिख रहा है, लेकिन कभी भी आप यहाँ रहते हैं, कभी भी आपने यहाँ पे किसी तरीके का ट्रैफिक डाइवर्जन या कोई भी ऐसे डिवाइडर्स या किसी तरीके के कॉर्डन ऑफ करने के दिखे आपको यहाँ पे? ये जैसे फ्लाईओवर बनते हैं,
ये 2015 से कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रहा है, लेकिन यहाँ पे आज तक कभी भी रूट डाइवर्जन नहीं हुआ, कभी भी ट्रैफिक डाइवर्जन नहीं हुआ. ट्रैफिक डाइवर्जन बीच में हुआ भी था तो इस रास्ते को बंद नहीं किया गया.
बैरिकेड्स लगे यहाँ?
कभी नहीं, ऐसा कभी भी नहीं हुआ. इतने हैवी वर्क्स हो रहे हैं, आपको रूट डाइवर्जन करना चाहिए, ट्रैफिक डाइवर्जन करना चाहिए, पर सेफ्टी मेजर्स को लेकर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. पिछले 2 साल से काम हो रहा है, लेकिन ऐसा कोई भी रूल नहीं आया जिससे ट्रैफिक.
कभी ऐसा होता है कि ऊपर काम चल रहा है और नीचे यहाँ से गाड़ियाँ आराम से निकली जा रही है?
बीच में क्या, यहाँ पीछे रेलवे का माल गोदाम है, तो यहाँ से जो है आपके सीमेंट्स जाते हैं, जो यहाँ के लोकल ठेकेदार हैं, रेलवे के जो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स हैं, उनके सीमेंट्स जाते हैं. उनकी कंप्लेंट्स आई थी बीच में कि ये जब सीमेंट की तराई होती है तो पानी उन पर गिरता है तो वो खराब होते हैं, तो उन्होंने भी कंप्लेन की थी. इनफैक्ट 3 to 4 मंथ्स बिफोर डीएम ने भी ऑर्डर किया था, उसने एक वार्निंग जारी की थी जो न्यूज़पेपर में आई थी कि आप यहाँ जो नगर सेतु निगम को कि आप यहाँ पे ध्यान दें, ट्रैफिक डाइवर्जन कराएं कहीं ना कहीं से, लेकिन उस पर भी कोई एक्शन नहीं हुआ 3 से 4 महीने पहले, जबकि डीएम ने ऑर्डर दिया था कि इस पर आप एक डाइवर्जन करवाएं, लेकिन उस पर भी कोई.
आपको लगता है कि ये जो डिजास्टर था, ये जो ट्रेजेडी हादसा जो हुआ है, ये होना ही था? आज नहीं तो कल ये हादसा होना ही था.
प्योर मिसमैनेजमेंट का केस है और ये बहुत बुरा हादसा, ये पूरा प्योर मिसमैनेजमेंट का केस है. ये इतनी लापरवाही, इसमें हम लोकल्स ने कितनी बार, छोटे छोटे बच्चे यहाँ से रोड क्रॉस करके स्कूल जाते हैं सुबह को, जैसे तैसे लोग अपना यहाँ से 2 किलोमीटर का रास्ता तय करने में 40 to 45 मिनट्स लगते हैं हमें, लेकिन किसी भी पब्लिक, कितनी बार कंप्लेन हुई पर किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने कोई इसके खिलाफ कोई भी कार्रवाई नहीं की, और उसका आपको रिजल्ट दिख गया सामने.
तो आपको लग रहा है ये सब बिल्कुल जो प्रशासन है उनका मिसमैनेजमेंट है? आप इतने सारे लोकल्स जो यहाँ रहते हैं, कितने दफा आपने कंप्लेन किया होगा इसको लेकर? कितने बार आपने इस पे कंप्लेन किया?
अराउंड 2 से 3 बार तो सारे लोगों ने, कॉलोनी के लोग, आसपास काफी लोग रहते हैं जो रेलवेज के. हम कल की हालत बताएं आपको, इतने ज्यादा पब्लिक हो गई, 200-300 लोगों के छत पे चढ़े हुए, पुरानी बिल्डिंगें कंस्ट्रक्टेड है. कितने लोगों ने कितनी बार कंप्लेंट्स की कि ये ब्रिज कंस्ट्रक्शन जो हो रहा है यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं फॉल्ट है. खुद 1-2 बार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से भी आया पर इसके खिलाफ कोई भी कार्रवाई कभी भी की नहीं गई.
There you have it very clearly how there have been various complaints that have been put up by the locals here as well, but nothing clearly was done. It was certainly an incident or a tragedy that was waiting to happen. Back to you.
All right, Apurva, many thanks for that. We have a couple of guests with us. I'm just going to bring in our guests very quickly. I have Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party, Vikram Singh, former Director General of Police, and Rajiv Mishra, an RTI activist, with me on this story. But just to inform our viewers, we're also waiting on breaking news that's coming in from Bangalore, Karnataka, on the formation of the government that we might have in a couple of minutes. But first, Mr. Singh, you heard what Apurva had to say to us, and this was a terrible tragedy that should not be brushed under the carpet and pretended that it was an accident, because what has happened here is the people building this bridge have ignored various warnings.
Obviously, Faye, the most important warnings have been ignored, and like in the case of Bombay Footover Bridge, the MD, Mr. Mittal, is blaming the thunderstorm for weak ball bearings rather than admitting that he used substandard material, including the ball bearings. Now the thunderstorm apart, he should have regulated the traffic, taken cognizance of the notice given by the commissioners twice, the FIR lodged by the traffic police, superintendent of police, and the third, as you see, wherever metro is under construction, you see the metro staff regulating traffic, the police regulating traffic, the barricading to sanitize the area where the construction site is there. This obviously was bound to happen, and they created the foundation brick by brick of this massive failure, administrative and otherwise, leading to the death of 15 innocents, if not more. I would say that Rajan Mittal, the ED, cannot escape his responsibility, as also the local traffic police, their superintendents, as also the mismanagement of the traffic and the local security that should have been ensured to see to it that traffic is regulated, and this is done. A fair warning is given through local newspapers, advertisements, that construction is likely to happen. The people may please keep away. The police are requested to manage the traffic, and there's a coordination meeting held with the district magistrate to ensure that there are no hiccups on the ground level. But nothing like this happened, and to top it all, Rajan Mittal has this to say, that it is because of the thunderstorm the ball bearings gave way. Shameless interpretation and explanation.
Absolutely. Rajiv Mishra, aapne bhi bola, when you came into the studio, you talked about the ball bearings problem. I have a far more serious problem. On the 19th of February, the police have allegedly filed, from what we understand, which Apurva was confirming to us, filed an FIR against the project manager for negligence in construction. Post which Apurva was telling us that all of the residents in the neighborhood were cautioning the construction company, the fact that you are taking risks and liberties with people's lives. After which the commissioner has sounded them off. This was a fully avoidable tragedy, but avoid नहीं किया गया.
फिर मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं कि जिस देश में या जिस राज्य में जब मानव जीवन की कीमत पैसे के आगे कमजोर पड़ने लगे ना, तो वहां ये सब लापरवाही आपको देखने को मिलेगी. आज आप देखो, एक घटना नहीं है, बिना फाटक की गेट पर आपको उसी उत्तर प्रदेश में आपने देख लिया है कि 25 बच्चों की जान चली गई थी. अब इसके बाद पुल गिरने से, मतलब ब्रिज के एक पार्ट के गिरने से आप देखो 15 लोगों की जान चली गई. केवल एक चीज होता है, कंपनसेशन अनाउंस कर दिया जाता है. अभी आपको मैं एक उदाहरण देना चाहता हूं. सऊदी अरब में मक्का में जो एक दुर्घटना हुई थी, क्रेन पलट जाने से लोगों की मौत हुई थी. मैं आपको बताता हूं, वहां पे बिन लादेन करके कंपनी है. बिन लादेन मतलब पूरे ईस्ट रीजन की, मतलब वो जो मिडिल ईस्ट है, वो पूरे मिडिल ईस्ट रीजन की वो सबसे बड़ी कंपनी है, और उसको 24 आवर्स के अंदर सऊदी अरब में ब्लैक लिस्टेड कर दिया गया था. 24 आवर्स के अंदर. और उसके जितने भी चीफ लोग थे, उन सबों को अरेस्ट कर करके तुरंत उनको अरेस्टिंग हो गई थी. आज हमारे यहां आप देखो कि अभी एक छोटा बहाना कैसे ढूंढा जा रहा है कि थंडर स्टॉर्म के चलते बॉल बेरिंग टूट गया और उसके चलते गिर गया. अरे किस तरह का बहानेबाजी यहां चल रहा है और कैसे लोग बर्दाश्त कर रहे हैं. हमारा तो कहना यह है कि जो पीडब्ल्यूडी के प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी थे, सबसे पहले तो उनको आप सस्पेंड करो, क्योंकि प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी के पास जब कमिश्नर ने डिपार्टमेंट को कंप्लेन किया है, ये बताया है कि वहां पर इस तरह की नेग्लिजेंस हो रही है और एक बड़ी दुर्घटना हो सकती है. ट्रैफिक एसपी वो जब कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं स्वयं, अगर इतने के बावजूद अगर डिपार्टमेंट की ओर से इस वर्क पे ध्यान नहीं दिया गया या इस चीज पे ध्यान नहीं दिया गया, तो इट इज कंप्लीटली, मतलब इसको आप कितना बड़ा नेग्लिजेंस आप बोल सकते हो. मैं तो ये क्लियर कहता हूं कि आपको पता था कि यहां मौत होगी और फिर भी आपने उस तरह का कार्य जारी रखा और वहां मौत हुई. अब ऐसे में वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि 304B के अंतर्गत उन्होंने FIR दर्ज किया है. अगर इतनी सब बातें इसमें सच्चाई दिखाई देती हैं, तो मेरा तो ये कहना है कि कंप्लीट 304 के अंतर्गत इन पर होना चाहिए, जिसमें इंप्रिजमेंट ऑफ लाइफ है. तो ऐसा केस इस पर दर्ज किया जाना चाहिए. दूसरी चीज कि इमीडिएट प्रभाव से, तत्काल प्रभाव से इस कंपनी को ब्लैकलिस्टेड करना चाहिए। और इसके बाद आपको यह देखना होगा कि मानव जीवन, आपको ये मान के चलना पड़ेगा कि इस तरह के नेग्लिजेंस से अगर मानव जीवन हर्ट होता है तो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट किसी भी राष्ट्र में ह्यूमन बॉडी को या ह्यूमन लाइफ को दिया जाता है। आप भी ह्यूमन लाइफ को अगर आप इंपॉर्टेंस देंगे तब जाकर के इस तरह के नेग्लिजेंस पे आप सतर्क रहेंगे। अभी आपको मैं बता दूं, जो ये बैरिकेटिंग की बात हो रही है, अरे टेंडर के पहले चैप्टर में ये लिखा होता है कि सबसे पहले आप बैरिकेटिंग करेंगे, बैरिकेटिंग करने के बाद ही आप वहां काम की शुरुआत करेंगे। मतलब काम की शुरुआत ही तब होती है जब आप बैरिकेटिंग करते हैं। दूसरा एक इंपॉर्टेंट बात मैं आपको बता दूं, वहां पर एक पूरा बोर्ड लगाया जाता है किसी भी काम को शुरू करने, और ये सब कायदा है कि बोर्ड लगाते हैं, उसमें आप लिखते हैं कि वर्क ऑर्डर आपको किस दिन मिला, इस प्रोजेक्ट का पूरा कॉस्टिंग कितना है, इसकी कंप्लीशन डेट क्या है, इसके प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर कौन है, ये सब उसमें आपको इंफॉर्मेशन देना पड़ता है। ये सारी चीजों की अवहेलना हो रही है, वो भी बनारस कैंट स्टेशन के सामने। आप मेरे को बताओ, आज दुर्घटना घटने के बाद
एक मिनट मुझे जूही सिंह से एक जल्दी से एक प्रश्न पूछना है। जूही सिंह, आप समाजवादी पार्टी के हो। It is fair to say that UP has always been a state with problematic issues with corruption. Has that corruption not been cleaned out, or do you believe that this government is worse?
Faye, there are two let's say parts of this whole issue or the man-made disaster which we have created for ourselves. One is the corruption and the other is that this was totally an avoidable incident. As my friend says, that the barricade should have been there, the traffic diversion should have been there, and who is this Mr. Mittal who is not heading to any letters by the district magistrate or the commissioner? Now we are talking of 3 inquiry reports. Will any of these inquiry reports come up with anything against this person who still does not take any responsibility of what has happened? The district magistrate, it's near the Varanasi Cant station. Irrespective of what was out in the papers, does the district magistrate or the SSP not move around his city? Could he not see from his eyes that the barricades were not there, the diversions were not created, the traffic was not being managed? Could he not have done something about it or just written letters? The commissioner, I'm sure the commissioner must have passed through that area. He also wrote a letter on the 14th. So this is just a lot of letter writing. The second part is the corruption. Of course, inquire into it, register an FIR, send people to jail, because this excuse is really not acceptable that you were constructing such a big bridge and the ball bearings were affected by the thunderstorm. But again, the responsibility goes to the top. This is also a very important constituency apart from a very important city for UP. Let's say all the people who have really shirked from this responsibility are responsible for whatever murder has been done out there, and clean up the system. I'm not passing the buck anywhere, but lives have been lost and these issues have been red flagged. But what is our administration also doing? I mean, is letter writing or, and a principal secretary is inquiring into this whole incident.
I'm really sorry. I have to interrupt you for a second because we